Hello everyone, Yanko with Sonatype here. Wanted to do a quick video of the Quay integration with using webhooks to go with the blog post. Um, so I've ran this in advance so we don't have to sit and wait for anything, but the basic way this flows is I'm running a project out of GitHub that I've connected to Quay. Quay finds the Docker file in it and automatically builds the container. If it successfully builds, that will trigger a push event, which will trigger the webhook, which will then trigger a lifecycle scan of that same container, and then we'll get the best of we'll get both scans that we need to know if this container is good. So here in my IDE, you can see the project we're working on. This is a Struts Showcase project that we like to use in our security workshops. This is a sort of a real world example Struts app, but if you go back to an older version of 2.5.10, it's got lots of problems, and so I've rolled our project back and run it through to be built. Here is my GitHub repo that goes with it. You can see that I rolled it back to 2.5.10 38 minutes ago, kind of fighting some screens to render, but so this isn't exactly my first take, but you could see that we did that. If we go into Quay, it's in here. We can see, again, we can see that it saw the change coming from GitHub. Just real quick, we'll go look at the settings that I think I did a screenshot of this in the blog, but you can see based using the push event. So even if it's a build, or if you're just not using Quay to build but pushing, this webhook will fire off and trigger the lifecycle scan. So if we go back to the tags and click on this, this will take us to the Claire findings. And this site's been sketchy, and I've done a few takes, so I've already opened this in a new tab to avoid having to do this video one more time. This is great, though. I love this. This is what gets me excited about this integration, because here's all the OS layer scans. And so just to be transparent, when we did this workshop, we just took the WAR file, threw it in a Tomcat container, which I believe is based on an Ubuntu container. Not really sure, it's old, but this may, so if that was the kind of work I was doing, this might be the first glimpse I have of, oh boy, I should probably maybe take a better look at my base images and stuff. And I'm sure I could go kind of dig back through the Docker files and bring things forward on their versioning or something and fix this. Or maybe I would want to run an apt update on it or something like that. But anyway, so here's their findings. That's great. But then if we go to the Nexus IQ server lifecycle, we can see that it all flowed through as well. And we can go to that report. Again, you can see this was all done today. All of our policy violations, including, we can go back and get that same view here in Stretch 2 Core. And we can see that 2.5.10 is bad. Once we get to 17 and forward, it's good. So in the workshop, we would now be exploiting this container and showing you how great that was. And then we would go back through and do some remediation. But for this, now we can see the end-to-end flow of GitHub to Quay to Lifecycle, and getting complete scans for your containers as part of your DevSecOps initiative. Thank you.